Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to another season of Social Security Administration on CAN TV. My name is Rosy Roman. I am going to be your host for today, and with me in the studio is Nicole Joseph, and she is going to be my guest.
Hi, my name is Nicole. Thank you for introducing me. I am a public affairs specialist with Social Security Administration. I've worked for Social Security for over 10 years now, and my specialty was retirement claims, spousal, children, and Medicare. I worked in what we call the Internet Claims Department, so whenever you filed an application online, I may have gotten it. So I am the biggest advocate of our online services. If I can stress, go online and get your My Social Security account, and you'll probably hear that again from me at some point.
So one more time, welcome back to Social Security on CAN TV. And a little bit about myself. I am also a claims specialist at the Social Security office here in Chicago. I also work with retirement, disability, children auxiliaries, and survival cases. Right now, this is a live interactive call-in show. The phone number here in the studio is 312-738-1060. One more time, the phone number here in the studio so you can call us with your questions or concerns is 312-738-1060. And the phone number will appear in the bottom of your screen during the entire show, and the phone lines are open already. Okay? So, Nicole, how have you been?
I've been well. Thank you for asking.
Good. And welcome to Social Security on CAN TV.
Thank you.
Today, this month, the whole month of April, is the Social Security Administration month. And today we are just going to talk a little bit, just to remind you about the importance of the Social Security cards, how important it is to keep it in a safe place, how important it is not to order too many. So sometimes you may lose track of those Social Security cards. Okay?
Yes.
So let's start.
Okay, so a lot of times what people don't know, you really do not need to carry around your card. How many times actually have you ever used your card? By now, if you know your Social Security number, you just give them to the person or whoever, your employer, or if you're filling out insurance, you just give them your Social Security number along with your driver's license or something that identifies you, and they will take your word. So please do not walk around with your card.
Yeah. And in an effort of Social Security Administration to help you to try to keep your information safe, we stopped a couple of years ago giving out the Social Security numbers printout. So until these days, sometimes people come to the local offices and they're requesting a printout of the Social Security number. So for your information, we are not giving out those printouts anymore. If you need your Social Security card or the printout, you will have actually to request one if you do really need, because as mentioned, as Nicole just mentioned, sometimes we don't need to present the Social Security card anymore, and it's just if someone wants to know the number, just you can provide it. So it's not need to get another Social Security card. But if you do need a Social Security card, here in the state of Illinois, if you are already a U.S. citizen, if there is not a change in in your address, if you are of course an adult and you have one of an address here in the United States, you could request a Social Security replacement card online. I'm going to show you how you can do that. As you can see, this is the website for Social Security Administration. It's www.ssa.gov. This is the our web page, and if you go, just scroll down, you will see the social security number. So you will click here, and here we are, of course, informing you the requirements so you can apply for a replacement social security card online. And as I mentioned before, if you are a U.S. citizen, age 18 or older, with a U.S. mailing address, and you're not requesting any change, any name change or any other change to your card, and you have a driver license or a state-issued identification card from one of the many participating states, which are this one, then you can request this online. And once you are in our website, you can also sign in or create an account.
Wow, that's some good information. Now, I do know that in some cases, you may have someone coming in because they just had a baby. But a lot of times now, whenever you are filing for the baby's birth certificate, you can also file to get them a social security card. And then that will be mailed to you along with a birth certificate. But if for some reason you did not do that in the hospital, you would request your child's social security card just like you would yours. You'll need to go in the office with identification and fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, the only thing is that in most cases the social security card will be mailed directly to the address that you provide to the hospital at the time you were admitted to have the baby. So the social security card will go straight to the baby. So it's going to be a very good idea if you can put the baby's name in the mailbox, because especially if the mother has a last name and the baby has a different last name, the the delivery, it could be a little difficult sometimes. So please keep in mind that, put the baby's name in the mailbox, and then you will receive the card probably within 4 to 6 weeks from the time the baby was born.
Oh, that's good information.
Yes, Nicole, it seems like we have a caller.
Okay.
Good afternoon, caller.
Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, I had a question. Just a few seconds, a few minutes ago, you alluded to that there's an instance that you do not need a Social Security card? Or did I hear that wrong?
Well, I think what we were trying to allude to, you don't need to walk around with your social security card to have a physical card with you in a lot of cases. You can just give people your number along with your driver's license in certain cases. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to prevent your wallet from getting stolen or something happens and then they have all your information. So do you understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've been living in America for quite some time, but I was just thinking about the job situation. Now, lately, I've carried one. I used to carry one when I was young. I just happen to carry it now, and usually when I go for a job, they ask for it, or they make you come back the next day if you don't have it.
Okay, and that's fine. But once you go to the job, you give them your information, they make a copy of your social security card and whatever else that identifies you, then take that card back home and leave it. Do not walk around on the street with it for no reason. Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, well, that was some great stuff.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you calling.
Hey, no problem.
Okay, yes, so just for clarification, everybody here in the United States, we need to have a social security number. What we don't have is to carry the social security card with us all the time. Of course, if you go to conduct I don't know, for a job interview or sometimes to require some benefit from the government, yes, in most cases you will be asked for your social security card as a proof of legal status here in the United States. But that's it doesn't mean that you have to carry the card all the time, because unfortunately a lot of times people lose the document, and that is a very valuable information that is getting to the wrong hands.
Yes.
It will take so long to fix whatever they may try to harm with your social security number. That is what the message that what we want to establish, just to carry this social security card for no reason in your wallet.
That's great advice. Great advice. So many times you have people complaining because their information has been stolen. So then they have a hard time getting credit cards or things like that because their identity has been stolen. So that's why we're trying to stress, do not walk around unnecessarily with your social security card.
And speaking about the repercussions, or if you are a victim of identity theft because it happens that you lost your social security card, or that your wallet with the social security card and all your documents was stolen, there are something that is going on, unfortunately, and that we want you to be aware and alert in case of you receiving one of the phone calls.
Yes, you just have to minimize that. Minimize that. So, right, we have a public safety advertisement that is on YouTube. And so we're just trying to stress about all of the fraudulent Social Security calls that have been happening. Now, I get to give you an example of what has happened to me. I work for Social Security, and I'm sitting at my desk, and I get a call, I don't recognize the number. But then when they leave me a voicemail, they're saying that it's urgent, I must immediately contact Social Security, the commissioner is calling me, and that if I don't, something bad is going to happen to me. So, obviously,
I guess we have the video, so we are going to play it to you after this phone call. Good afternoon, caller.
oh,
Caller?
okay.
No. So let's play the video, the audio.
Administration. The reason of this call is to inform you that your Social Security number has been suspended for suspicion of illegal activity. If you do not contact us immediately, your account will be deactivated. For more information about this case file, press 1 or call immediately our department number, 326.
This is a scam. Thieves are misusing the Social Security Administration's authority and phone scheme to trick you into giving them money or personal information. They state there is a problem with your Social Security number or account. They claim there's been suspicious or fraudulent activity, and you could be arrested or face other legal action. They even spoof SSA's main customer service telephone number on caller ID. Don't believe them. Don't provide any information. SSA employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent. Just hang up. If you suspect you've been contacted by an SSA scammer, call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Social Security, securing today.
Hi. So as you can see, and I hope you have the opportunity to listen, I understand that the volume was very low, but this is a scam that is going on, unfortunately, every day. Every day we see some of the claimants that come to the office very concerned because of this. And the best case scenario, they just receive a message and they did not have the opportunity to talk to these people. In some other cases, we've seen, unfortunately, that the person has not only answer the phone call, but provide very sensitive information, and in worse scenarios, they have been given them money, and I'm talking a couple of $1,000, and this is a scam. So, Nicole, I'm sorry that I interrupt you. So,
No, that's quite okay.
Okay.
I just want to
Sorry.
stress, if you get a call and you are being threatened by someone that says that they work for Social Security, just hang up. Don't engage, hang up. That is the best advice. Do not give out any information. Your Social Security number, do not give them money. You do not have to pay Social Security. We pay you.
yeah. The other clarification in regards to this is that if you are not receiving any type of benefit from Social Security Administration, usually the best way we get in contact with you, it's going to be by mail. So we don't make phone calls as usual, as often. We do make some phone calls, but that will be in situations when you are already receiving benefit and perhaps you still have a claim pending, and we may need a little more of information, or we need for you to provide some evidence. That is something different. Or, of course, if you contact us first to schedule an appointment because you want to conduct business over the phone with us, in cases like that, yes, we are going to ask you. And we are going to we are going to call you and we're going to ask you for more likely biographical information, not as much as what is your Social Security number. So if you have no business with us, we are not going to contact you. And if you do, it will be mostly if you have a claim pending, or if you are about to claim, to submit a claim. But of course, usually you will make the first contact with us, and we are just going to reply to your contact. So please communicate with your family, your friends, your neighbor, your community, and let them know about this scam, because unfortunately, when you see the caller ID, they're using the 1-800 number for Social Security, which is 1-800-772-1213. But that number is the one that you will call us. If we call you, it won't show that number in the caller ID. But these people or group of people are just using the our 1-800 number, and this is currently being investigated. So please keep in mind on that.
Exactly. So, just another note, because I used to work in the Internet Claim Taking Unit, we will contact you, of course, if we have questions. But when you file an application online, normally you receive an email from us, and it'll say that, for example, the Chicago office has received your information. If you have any questions, they'll give you a number to call. Now, if you're unsure and you want to verify the identification of the person calling you from Social Security, just say, I don't feel comfortable talking to you. I just want to take your name and your phone number. And you can contact any local office and they can verify the identity of that Social Security person so that you can be comfortable that your information is safe. Okay?
Yeah, that this makes total sense. But just keep in mind of that, and just continue with our topic today. We are encouraging you just to save some time for you waiting in the office, and for us with the traffic that we receive every day in our offices. You can conduct business with us online. One more time, our web page is www.socialsecurity.gov, and I'm going to show you, this is our website, and if you have any question, or if you're ready to file for retirement, for disability, if you are close to age 65 and you want to enroll on Medicare, you can do it here. If you are already receiving benefit and you need the Form 1099 for previous years to more likely to file your taxes, you can come to our website and request that. And here, there's also My Social Security. My Social Security is an account in which you will have access to your whole record. If you are not receiving benefit from us, but you want to estimate how much are you going to receive in when you are close to retirement age, or in the event of any disability, you can create my SSA account, my Social Security account, and you will have all your information on the tip of your fingers. This is very good, as I say, like for estimate. There's also here the retirement estimator. In here you can request your earning statements. If you remember, we stopped several years ago sending every year those statements, and the only way you can request your earning statements, it's gonna be requesting the earning statement online. And there are the frequent ask questions, and it's a lot of things that you can do online. It seems like we have another call. Good afternoon, caller.
Hey, it's just me again. Guess I ain't got nothing else to do. But hey, I have a great question. Yeah. All my life I've been getting those little printouts from Social Security saying, man, if you retire at this time or disability, you work this and blah, 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 you would get this. Now, I just happen to go on disability. I didn't get near what that printout said I was worth. What is with that print? I don't even see those printouts no more. They used to send you a little brochure in the mail saying this is worth what you worth and blah, 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 who get this, who can get this, how much they would get. And that just was misleading. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just saying.
So, those are estimates. So that's what we always tell you. We have the exact number of what you're going to receive. I get that you were a little taken aback, but once again, let me stress, those numbers are estimates, and different factors go into how much you're going to receive. So does that make sense? And in regards to the statement, yes, we had to stop sending the statements because, we did stop sending them. So that's why we stress that you get an online account so that you can look at your information. And also another reason why you want an online account, you just want to make sure that all your earnings are showing up. Because in some cases, you may have 0 in a year and you actually work. And it's a lot more difficult to prove that maybe 20 years down the line as opposed to a year, when you can just take in your W-2 or your tax form and get that information put back on your record. Now, another thing that I want to stress, we do send out statements, but the only time you're going to get a statement now will be if you are age 60 and older. So then you will receive a statement in the mail unless you have a My Social Security account.
So, well, Nicole, it looks like we are running out of time. What that means is that we will not be able to take any more phone calls on this edition of Social Security Hotline. However, our online and 800 number services are still available for you. So in behalf of our hotline team, Rocio Roman Jurjas and Nicole Joseph, our guests for today's show, thank you for joining us for this edition of Social Security Hotline 21. We wish each of you a very pleasant and safe evening, and be sure to tune in again next Wednesday for another edition of the Social Security Hotline. Good night.
Good night.